Okay, I'm going to give you the traditions of men and the traditions that are celebrated every week, as if it's normal. And I guess to a lot of people it is normal. But I'm going to point them out to you and give you the verses to show you that what I'm telling you is true. Then whatever you do with that, that's up to you. But I'm going to point some things out to you here. Sunday worship. Nope. It's a pagan tradition. That's a Roman sun god worship. It was enforced by Constantine back in 321 CE. The Torah commands seventh-day Sabbath. Sunday's a business day. It's the first day of the week. Here's a big one, number 2. Pagan holidays. Easter and Christmas. Christmas is the birth of pagan sun gods, Mithra and Tammuz. I didn't say you was going to like it. I just said I'm going to give these to you. Easter, fertility goddess, Ishtar. Yahushua was born on December the 25th. Wrong. It was not. Jeremiah 10:2-4, Exodus 23:24, Deuteronomy 12:30 through 31. Number 3, using the name Jesus instead of Yahushua. Jesus is a Greek-Latin hybrid name invented centuries after Yahushua walked the earth. Facts. The letter J didn't exist until the 1500s. Yahushua means Yahuwah is salvation. Matthew 1:21. In Hebrew context, Acts 4:12, the true name. Replacing Yahuwah's name with Lord or God. Another tradition of man. Lord is a replacement of the tetragrammaton Yahuwah. God, God, is a generic title with pagan roots. Gad, Baal, Zeus. Yahuwah commands his name not to be forgotten or profaned. Exodus 3:15, Jeremiah 23:27. Jeremiah 23:27 is a good verse for you to go read. Psalm 68:4. In the KJV, it even says Yah, but it spells it Jah, J, but it's Yah. Here's one that I've pointed out many times. Tithing money weekly to a church. That's nowhere in Scripture. But today, that's the number one tradition of men that's taught, because that brings in the cash. Biblical tithing was food from the land, not money. Always. You can't go in the Bible and say tithing was ever money. It was never money. Man made that a tradition of his because that's how he gets paid. Pastors as CEOs, okay? Churches today, they look to one man. Well, when you go in the Scriptures, it was always elders and deacons. And you know what the deacons did? The deacons took care of the poor and the widows that were in their congregation, that were in their meetings. Imagine today if deacons actually did what they're supposed to do instead of catering to a pastor or a preacher. Church building as temples, the traditions of men. Now, Christians, you can go read Acts 7:48 through 49, and it tells you plainly that he says, I'm not in your buildings. But yet you'll go right in the building and say, you're on holy ground. Again, I'm just giving them to you, the traditions of men. The cross as a holy symbol. You see them on people's neck. You see them in churches. You see them on TV. You see them on social media. You see them everywhere. You are repping a pagan sun god symbol. That's what a cross is. It's a pagan sun god symbol. It's not of the Father. Scripture describes a stake, not a tree, a stake, or tree, I'm sorry, not a Latin cross. So in some Bibles it says stake, some Bibles it says tree. But I've got another one for that I'm going to give to you a little bit later on, and it's really good. But instead of worshiping and putting a cross around your neck, it's either a stake or a tree. I believe it's a tree. Some people use a stake. So the necklaces that you wear, you're not honoring the Father by wearing a necklace with a big cross on it. You're repping a foreign deity, a foreign god, a pagan sun god. Ordaining priests, bishops, and popes. It's not in the scripture. Nowhere it's there. We're all brothers and sisters in the body. Each one of us has a different gift. Some are teachers, some shepherd other people. There's all kinds of different gifts in the body, but we're all on the same playing field. None of us are ahead of the others. There's only one head, and that's it. And that's not me, and that's not you. Speaking in tongues as a show. That's a big tradition in your Pentecostal churches. The modern version is often disorderly and unbiblical. Acts 2, 6 through 8. And I'll post all these for you in the description as well. Wearing clergy robes and collars, not in Scripture. Baptizing babies, not in Scripture. Sabbath rejection and Sunday fellowship. Churches teach the Sabbath was done away or changed. No, it wasn't. Man changed it. Again, the topic of this whole study. Traditions that the church teaches that are not biblical. The law, Torah, is abolished and done away with. Most churches teach that the law is done away with. Yeshua said that he did not come to abolish the Torah but fulfill. Well, when you truly get the definition of fulfill in Matthew 5, 17 through 21, you'll understand, and when you go read Revelation 21, 1 through 3, that the law is still here. It's not gone anywhere. It's not been abolished. It's being fulfilled. It's being walked out. It's being completed. But we're not there yet. Number 16, music industry, worship and entertainment services. Worship has become performance-based, not set-apart praise. Lights, fog, rock bands, celebrity preachers dominate many services. It's not biblical. It's not in the scripture. But it's taught today as it being normal, that it's, it's a tradition. And that's the problem. You're worshiping the traditions of men. He told you not to follow the traditions of men. He told you to get away from the traditions of men. He told you to come back to the Torah, to follow the Torah, to obey his commandments, to obey his statutes. That's how you show that you love the Father, or you're trying to love the Father. None of us are perfect. And again, none of that's works. None of that's going to save you, and that's not what it says. It says in 1 John 2, 3 through 6 that, for those that love the Father, they will obey his commandments. And the next one here, the church has replaced Israel. I get that more than anything. People send me messages, brother, he's talking to Israel. He's talking to Israel. Well, let me tell you something. If you're not Israel, you're going to be, Revelation 22:15, you're going to be the dogs outside of the city looking in. That's who you're going to be, because we're all Israel. Well, not all of us. Some say they're Israel that are not Israel, but my point is this. If you're not grafted into the body of Yisrael, you're out, because there is no Christian gate. There is no Christian religion. The Messiah didn't come back to start a new religion. He renewed the covenant for us that we could get connected back to the Father. So, just go over these, read these. They're in the description. Again, not my opinion, not my version, not what I think. It's what the scripture actually says. So, you're getting taught the traditions of men. And most of the people, you love the traditions of men. You'll argue over the traditions of men. You'll defend the traditions of men. You'll stand on the traditions of men. But the thing about it is when your day comes and you are standing before the Father, you won't be able to stand on the traditions of men, because he's warning you, and he warns you through videos like this, through me and through other brothers and sisters that are telling you the same exact thing. Get away from the traditions of men.